What's going on, everybody? This is me, Joe, with Seahawks Talks. To my left is Zach Talks Hawks, and this is Seahawks Coast to Coast. How are you doing? Sorry we weren't here last week.
Yeah,
Gotta say that right off the rip.
we had some real life stuff happen, and figured take a week off, and then come back and have a whole bunch of fun news to talk with everybody. So,
Well,
really,
one of us decided to take Wednesday off because they were going to a game where Cal Raleigh hit his 60th home run, and a game where the Mariners clinched the AL West for the first time in 24 years. So that was a pretty good game to skip the show to go to.
yes, and if anybody would guess which one of us could do that, it's not the one that's living in Pennsylvania. So, Joe, I'm glad you got to go, and it was.
Yeah, that was badass.
I was freaking out watching it on the TV, and we're not sad. That's crazy. What a time to be a Mariners fan.
Let's wait till next week. I'm still Simply Seattle said to post like in 3 words how you're feeling going into the ALDS, and my 3 words were just nervous as fuck, because that's how I'm feeling for this baseball team. So
yeah, I told a buddy today, I'm like, man, if we did all this work just to get a bye so I can wait for us to get swept, I'm going to be very, very sad.
Yeah, that's just what I'm nervous about. It's like that, and you get used to it as a Mariners fan. You can never be on a high. You can never just like that whole. I think we won 16 out of 17 games in a stretch, and that whole time I'm just thinking, all right, here comes the slide. Here comes the slide, and it didn't happen. So, knock on wood, maybe this year's different. This Sunday is going to be insane in Seattle. I'll be at the Seahawks game, but directly after the Seahawks game at 5:08 p.m. will be game 2 of the American League Division Series of the Mariners against either the Tigers or Cleveland. So,
yeah, and I really thought they were gonna shuffle some schedules around, but doesn't look like it.
Good thing they didn't. Yeah, I get the Mariners stuff going on. That's what everybody in this town is talking about. I know you're like 3,000 miles away, but if you can guess, that's what everybody's talking about. It's insane to think that the Seahawks are 3-1 right now, and nobody's really talking about the Seahawks. The Seahawks game was on Thursday. The Mariners clinched on Wednesday night. Cal hit his 60th home run on Wednesday night. The next day, normally when it's all Seahawks on the radio all day, I'd say it's 25% Seahawks on the radio. It's nuts.
Waited a long time. Might as well soak it up while we have it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all basically anybody's talking about right now is the Mariners. It's fun. So really fun.
I could only imagine, and I'm over here, twirling my little M flag, going, I got you from way over here. And my buddy is a buddy that I've watched the Mariner roller coaster with this year. I'd say the Mariners are probably 3rd on Austin's rooting list, and he's primarily a Phillies fan, an Orioles fan, and he's just a lover of baseball. And I was like, dude, you're gonna have a bit of a crisis if the Phillies meet the Mariners in the World Series. And so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I guess let's get into it. We played the Cardinals on Thursday night, which seems like forever ago. It was 6 days ago. I think, the game before that, we absolutely manhandled the Saints. Don't really have a lot to go on there. We kind of missed. That was the show we missed, was recapping the Saints game, which there wasn't a lot to recap. The Seahawks-Cardinals game, boy, it felt like we almost let one get away there. That, 3/4 of that game felt like we dominated that game. Actually, I'd say 3.5 quarters of that game felt like we were all right, nothing to worry about here. And to let him come back like that, it was tied. It should have went into overtime if it wasn't for the ice that is Sam Darnold's blood flowing through his veins, leading us down the field.
Well, pump the brakes. I think I think we need to talk about Seattle's secret weapon this season, and that might be a coach that I know is near and dear to your heart.
Jay,
Our special teams coach,
Jay
because this is the second time some fluky special teams stuff has happened, and we've been beneficiaries of it. The ball landing outside of the landing zone.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I honestly remember that we had great field position because I was thinking, oh, we'll just go into overtime, but let's just start from the rip. The first half, we really dominated this game. I don't remember what the score was, but it was like 14-3 going into halftime.
Yep.
I mean, it really felt like we were, a play or two away from making it the Saints game, a repeat of just blowing these guys out. And I'm not gonna lie, I was fast forward to the end, right? We let him come back. I think Reek Woolen was not covered. Reek Woolen did not have his greatest game. Again, is he an every other week kind of guy? Is what we're gonna ask. Is he be bad the first week, good 2 and 3, bad again week 4? And that's the thing is like throughout the game, he doesn't look bad. In crucial situations, Reek Woolen looks absolutely terrible. And it's not, like I said, it's not all the time. That's kind of what's frustrating. If it was all the time, it'd be one thing. It'd be like, get this guy off the field. But it's only in crucial situations. I kind of want to know your thoughts about that.
I mean, I agree. And we've talked about the depth at corner. And I mean, the report this week kind of getting floated out there is that he very well might be a trade target. So it's definitely a good problem to have, which is crazy because going into the year, I think we both can agree we kind of really didn't know the depth of the corner room, and with Job and Kendricks coming in and playing,
I was going to say Kendrick. Kendrick. Yeah. I kind of forgot his last name again. It's like
he didn't see the field at all on Thursday. So, I mean, I don't really know. I don't know if you saw. He had it was quite funny pregame for a game he didn't play in. He had this huge chain on with a giant lock on it, and I was like, buddy, I'm like, you're not high enough on the depth chart to be rocking.
That's what I want out of any cornerback. That's what I want out of my defensive backs. I want them cocky. I want them. I'm gonna steal this from Hugh Millen on KJR. I want them to pull up in the parking lot with the biggest rims. I want them to pull up to get at, because I want them to be confident. I want our defensive backs to be the most confident players on the field. That's the hardest position in the NFL physically and mentally, other than a quarterback. I want them to be confident. And it feels like we might have seen Tariq Woolen lose a little bit of confidence is for sure. Maybe what that is.
I wish it was different. It's and like, I think people forget like how great he was when he first showed up. And
it was awesome.
It was amazing. And man, I don't know what has happened, but yeah, I wish it was different. But it's a good problem to have, knowing the depth they have in the room.
He's going to be really good this week. So I just throwing it out there because everyone's pissed at him this week. He's going to be pretty shut down this week, and then next week, kind of forget who we're playing. I don't know if it's the Texans yet.
I think
don't
so.
know. I'll figure it out.
I think so.
I'll figure it out later. But he's going to suck that game. I mean, this is kind of what we're getting.
Yeah.
It's weird. And like I said, it'd be one thing if he was sucking the whole game, but he plays good defense until the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Well, at least, something he didn't do was intercept a ball, run it down the field, and then fumble the ball.
Okay, so I was going to bring that up next. I don't know if you saw, I tweeted during the game. I was pissed.
Me too.
He slid. He slid.
Too.
Okay, so Gene Steratore came on the radio 2 days ago and said, if any player goes into a sliding motion, they're giving themselves up and don't have to be touchdown. Okay? Now, he thinks the replay officials don't think he was sliding down. To me, it looked pretty damn clear that he was sliding down to protect himself from Tyrese Knight.
Yep.
It wasn't a fumble. I'm sorry. It was not a fumble. And that's the only drive in the first half that we allowed points was because of that freaking
good catch. I just emptied the swear jar of the water I was drinking, so you're safe. Good on you.
I'm just practicing for my radio job I get here next week. But yeah, if they ruled him sliding on the field, then it doesn't get overturned to a turn. I personally don't think it was a turnover.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was very upset right when I first saw it because I looked at it like a runner giving himself up, and for some reason nobody else did. Hello, Seahawks Eddie. I'm happy you're here. So,
what up, Seahawks Eddie?
Hey.
Maybe if you're going to the game, maybe I'll see you outside the bathroom or something. That's where I always see Eddie. I run into him in the concourse, usually outside the bathroom.
Okay. You should have like a tweet up. It's like the thing to do. Go to a sporting event, say we're at the spot.
Yeah, at the spot.
Outside. Have a tweet up.
Outside section 123 bathroom. Hit me up.
There you go.
Yeah, I was pretty upset with that call.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, like you said, the game really wasn't close until the end when, we figured out, hey, we'll just make it interesting for everybody who's still here. And Jason Myers.
More than interesting. It's not like, what was the final score? 23-20. So it's not like we were up 20-10. They score a touchdown. Oh, they don't get the onside kick. They tied that game. They were more than capable of winning that game.
Yeah.
The Cardinals were. And that's why I was mad. I was on the phone with my friend after the game. He goes, "Why are you so mad we won? It's the NFL. Style points don't matter." I go, because we're supposed to not do that. I mean, we're supposed to, pin them down and keep them there. Yeah. I don't know. They kind of irritated me. Like, I was like, what are we doing?
I did like Jason Myers having the ability to bounce back, missing the field goal. He had the opportunity to really put the game away to go up by 10. And then
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah. And then at the end, giving him the opportunity to go out there and win the game. So hits from 52. I'm going to be able to sleep easy at night to know you got a kicker that is at least is mentally tough. You want him to hit all of his stuff, but unfortunately, just had to come down to the very end. Couple guys of note that maybe you want to talk about.
Yeah.
One guy that I was pretty brutal on, and entering the season, Nwosu, or him coming in, he's got 2 sacks this game, and
I didn't even realize he had 2.
yeah, I mean he was flying. The defensive line rotated a lot, but when he was in the game, showed a lot and had 2 sacks.
Let's give a shout out to Byron Murphy too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock on wood here. I don't know if he's on one of your players to name, but it seems like he's kind of in on every play, which is kind of what we were hoping for last year. You can tell when he's on the field, you can tell why we picked him in the first round.
Absolutely. AJ Barner getting a touchdown grab.
Michigan
tight end,
man,
like
pride and integrity.
Like oh my goodness, like
Sorry.
a Seahawks tight end getting a touchdown, rarely seen. And when you do see it, you're not quite sure if what you're looking at's real. So
I was in Bigfoot country this weekend, by the way. I was in Greenwater. I was in Greenwater this weekend, which is where the Bigfoot. We had to go to tangent. My wife's best friend's wedding was in Natchez. So we were there Friday night, Saturday night, came back Sunday, stopped in Greenwater, got some ice cream. There was a lot of Bigfoot paraphernalia around, and I'm not a believer, so I think it's hilarious.
Oh, my dad would talk about stories of Bigfoot, things like that. Yeah.
There was a guy, we were in Greenwater, and there was a backpacker or hiker or whatever. He crossed the road right in front of me and my wife. He looked both ways across the road. And he goes, "What was that?" I go, "Dude, let's track him down. I guarantee you that's Bigfoot. He's been known to hang around. He's been known to hang around these parts." Anyways, get back to it. Sorry, I was in Bigfoot country this weekend.
Bigfoot tangent. Now back to the game. We talked a lot about the running game. Don't want to spend forever on a game that happened 6 days ago, but I think it's worth mentioning. Kenneth Walker got 19 touches, 81 yards. Then Charbonnet got 12 touches for 39 yards and a touchdown for him. Decent split there. You kind of hope. You always hope for more when it comes from the running game. Sam Darnold ripping off a 24-yard run. Him showing the world that he's got some wheels to play with. So that was fun.
I actually forgot about that run. That was actually impressive and smart, gritty run by that guy.
Yeah.
Did you running back news? Did you see who the Seahawks signed today?
I did, and I'm so excited. It means nothing at the current moment, but yes.
Good old Myles Gaskin taking Damian Martinez's number, wearing 22. He posted it up.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah, receivers. But before we go, I don't know if you want to talk about the receivers, but I think it showed a lot of JSN to have no catches in the first half. He had 2, but they were both technically behind the line of scrimmage. I know that because I'm in a points per reception fantasy league, and I'm going, why do I only have 1.9 points or whatever it was? I was like, what is going on? But yeah, really coming back the second half. I saw a post today. Somebody's like, you probably saw it too. They were like, is DK Metcalf the last elite receiver the Seahawks had? And I think the last elite receiver the Seahawks had is Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not big like DK. He's not physically threatening, but he's kind of the opposite of DK Metcalf. He's not imposing, but boy, he knows how to play receiver. He knows how to get open. He knows how to make the catches, and that's kind of what we need.
Yep. So let's. You good with Cardinals? I'm gonna shift gears.
I mean, I'm not good with the Cardinals. They came back and almost won.
Okay, that's enough. Shifting gears, taking a look forward to injury report ahead of Seahawks Bucs. I see you, McNiner. Baker going to cook. We'll talk about Baker here in a second because Tampa Bay's got everybody injured. So report coming out today, did not participate. Josh Jones, DeMarcus Lawrence actually got injured in that Arizona game.
I saw that he didn't participate today.
Yeah, so he's out with a quad. Julian Love didn't participate, and Spoon is also out with a knee. So,
What?
Yep. So I think.
Did you see who was in though?
I did, and I'm very excited. Yep. Cody White.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, our boy Nick is back in the rotation. So I'm excited to see what this defense looks like with him now.
I'd really like to see Witherspoon out. I mean, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because wasn't his knee the issue last time? 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to say he's going to play this week because look at what happened last time. We did win the game last time I said that. So I will put it there. But, God, can we just have all of them healthy? I mean, we're not quite to the 49ers level of hurt. I'll say that for sure. I'm happy, knock on wood. We're not like the 49ers right now. But yeah.
We're the Bucs, and I think this is a good extension into a preview for the game. Just taking a look at the guys who didn't participate and just know like there's a number of these guys that are not going to play. Jamal Dean, Mike Evans, the wide receiver, Greg Gaines, defensive end, Bucky Irving's out, Christian Eisen, safety, Baker Mayfield is out with a knee and right bicep injury, but a lot of focus today, a lot of reporting today coming out on his knee.
Because last week he was questionable because of the bicep, but I didn't know anything about the knee.
Yeah, so this knee thing's new, and he's questionable. Yeah, Seahawks said he's on it.
He's gonna play though.
Yeah,
Baker always plays.
Yeah, I agree, but knee injuries you don't ever want to screw with.
And we've seen him when he's not 100%. We've seen Baker Mayfield go out there hurt because he is a guy that will go out there hurt and suck. Yep. We saw it with the Browns.
We still have 3 players that didn't participate.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were
Morrison, done. Wide receiver Sterling Shepard, and safety Tyreek Smith. All those players did not participate, and a lot of them are either questionable or out this week for the Bucs. Levante David, limited participation. Hassan Reddick, limited participation with a neck injury. So this team is, I mean, like the Niners are worse, but I don't know if a lot of people are talking about how bad the Bucs are injured right now. And
I guess they're getting Chris Godwin back this week.
Yes, full participation today.
Yeah, and how about I'm assuming Mike Evans isn't hurt because that would have been a news story if he was hurt.
He's out, I think. I read that a couple days ago.
Okay, never mind. So they'll have a receiver. They'll have Emeka Ibuka, and Chris Godwin.
Yeah, let's just.
Sorry about that. I guess
up 7 hours ago. Yeah, at the moment, the Bucs aren't making any official determinations. It's not looking like he's going to play, but they want to keep the window open for him by the looks of it.
Like Mike Evans isn't going to play?
Yeah. So to be fair, they both have, they have Emeka Ibuka, who is a stellar wideout as well. So don't forget about him. So him and Godwin, if they're both out there, it's not like Baker's going to go out there with nobody.
It's not like we're playing the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 49ers, this is kind of news around the league, but they're not playing. So Purdy's not playing tomorrow. Jawan Jennings isn't playing tomorrow, and Ricky Pearsall isn't playing tomorrow. And I think Kittle's still out. I think I could be totally wrong, but
it's brutal.
Yeah,
I would not want that injury list. It's pretty brutal.
Seahawks versus the Bucs. So, sorry, we've kind of been just talking about how hurt they are. What are some keys to the game you thinking? Obviously, cliche would be establish the run. Yeah.
Right now, you take a look at the game in terms of the spread. Tampa Bay's 2.5. The line, the over's 44.5. Like, this has the potential to be a game where I think if there is a day where the defense shows up and plays and you kind of get like that national attention, it's against an offense like Tampa Bay. So I'm excited. I think the matchup is going to be they're very close. Like, the two teams are very close to each other in terms of strengths.
Yeah.
Like, Tampa wants it to be a shootout. Seattle wants it to be a slugfest. So we'll just see which will wins. But honestly, yeah, it's pretty cliche. Like, play good defense, run the ball. Don't ask Sam to do everything, and you'll have a shot.
I think I'm one of the only people, just once again, this is just basing off Twitter. I think I'm one of the only people I feel a lot more confident going into today or going into this week than I did actually going against, let's say, like the Steelers. Or I don't know, just something about, maybe it's the injuries that we just mentioned. Maybe it's the fact that everybody's distracted by the Mariners. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty confident that we got this, but then again, I've been here before, right? I've been here with the Giants last year. I keep bringing that up. I've been here with the Giants last year, but everybody keeps talking about how good the Bucs are, and I don't know.
I think I agree. For a lot of us, the question was, we know the defense is good. What is this offense going to wind up looking like? And now that we've seen it for a few weeks and we know what the formula is, and we know that Sam's able to execute, like, McDonald's not asking a lot from Sam. It's just don't turn the ball over, manage the game, and make sure that you get it to guys in space, particularly off of play action. It's worked. It's which is kind of surprising. And like, I cry into my pillow every night because Oots is hurt. And
I was going to bring that up during the injuries. I totally forgot. Yeah. But they had Brady Russell out there playing a little fullback. So.
Yeah. No, it's good. Doesn't bring the thunder. So it's
what does he do? Why is he on injury reserve? Why is Oots on IR?
Leg. I think it's a leg injury. So, but anywho, it's look, the running game looks solid. K9's healthy. You're not having to stress about putting it all on the shoulders of one back. You're good.
Start knocking. Never say K9's healthy and not do that.
And I think the reason why there's a lot of confidence now is that everything we knew about this team in terms of it being good is good. And the questions that we've had through the first quarter of the season, I think, have been answered with this change philosophically in the offense and putting the biggest cog of the machine in at quarterback and wondering, can he do it? He most certainly can, and he's doing it at a pretty high level.
Yeah, we might want to revisit the Geno Smith, Sam Darnold. It was basically a trade. I know we get a third round pick for Geno, but it was a trade off. We traded Geno Smith for Sam Darnold, and once again, knocking on wood, but I mean, Geno's looked bad. Geno's looked really bad. I don't know how much Raiders you've been watching, but usually
a lot.
My second favorite teams, the Bears and the Raiders. kind of tied for number 2 because I don't know. I've always been a Bears guy, mainly because they've sucked basically my whole existence, and Jay Cutler just didn't care, so I kind of liked them as long as they didn't beat us, which didn't happen often. God, if Gino just all he does is throw the ball to the other team, like at an alarming rate compared to last year and the year before. I mean, he's I don't know how many touchdowns. I don't know what his touchdown to interception is. We should look that up because it has to.
I'm trying to share my screen, but StreamYard is.
Oh,
There we go. I got it. Oh.
sorry.
All right.
Oh,
so, fantasy pros here. So a lot of this is going to be based on fantasy stuff, but you get down to the nitty gritty stuff here. Like Gino has 27 more attempts than Sam does, so he's only got 11 more completions. The percentages, there you go. Obviously, Gino has a slight edge in yards per attempt. Look at that. 9.1 out of Sam Darnold, 7.5 for Gino. And then you get the touchdown to interception ratio, 5-2, and then 6-7. It's been tough. But this is a big number here that like Sam's just not taking sacks. And it's the line play's been excellent. It's allowed him to do what he needs to do. I know it's kind of comparing apples to oranges. Because that Raiders line is not great if you've watched Raiders games.
Weird. A Pete Carroll led team has a shitty offensive line. That's
wild.
Weird.
And we have obviously Gino with the higher numbers. Passing is going to do better in terms of fantasy stuff. But
I think if you go down, the yards per attempt is the huge one.
Yes,
and the interceptions is huge. So
I agree. I think that when taking a look at these two, at least through the first quarter of the year, I'm in a good place. So
yeah. Did you by chance see what Geno Smith said about Seattle not feeling like home? Did you see that? Yeah, I mean, we embraced him like crazy. Are you kidding me? I don't know. You obviously weren't there. I was when the whole stands were chanting Geno, Geno, Geno. And that kind of felt like a slap in the face when he said that, because I think the city did embrace him. I think the city he was like, I was always the guy that was just trying to replace Russell. And you were the guy that did replace Russell, and you did a damn good job of it. And I don't know. I think people embraced him a lot more than he thought.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because players exist a lot more on the internet than the average bear, and we know that for a lot of the time that Geno was the quarterback, it was pretty split with people having ridiculous takes on Geno Smith. I felt like we were pretty good defenders of Geno, saying like, look, he's got arm talent. He has some turnover problems, but his offensive line is not great. And, there were two camps. And if you spend a lot of your time online, you're going to be focusing a lot more on not people like us and more on the people that are saying you're the problem. So he's entitled to his opinion. I don't see it as like a slap in the face. I mean, he loves Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll loves him. And, that opportunity shows up. I don't blame him for taking it.
Yeah, no, me neither. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought that was bizarre. How he said it never felt like my team. It always felt like I was trying to replace Russell. And it's like, you did a damn good job of it. Better than anybody else thought you were going to do. I don't know about you. I was like pissed when they were going to trot Geno Smith out there for the season opener against Russell Wilson. So,
yeah.
Well, any news around the league other than Tyreek Hill snapping his leg and
terrible.
Have you Have you ever seen Saturday Night Live where the guy breaks his legs and there's Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels in the booth
Yes.
and they did a poll.
Yeah.
They go, which was worse, the sound, the visual, or see deep down inside, this is the real reason we watch football. And I can't get that. I cannot. As soon as I saw that, I could not get that out of my head. I showed my wife. She was like, "Why'd you show me this?"
It is absolutely terrible. Yeah. Well, let's talk about news around the league that I think would fit our channel well. After the Giants game, I don't know when it was, Monday night. I don't know. Whenever Richard Sherman had a mic in front of his face, there was some comments made by Tony Gonzalez and Richard Sherman, and both talking about the career of Russell Wilson. Now that Russell Wilson's been benched for Jackson Dart over in New York, and both basically saying if there has ever been a quarterback that has played his way out of the Hall of Fame, it would be Russell Wilson. And and just, interesting. We kind of knew that Sherman probably felt that way, but for Tony Gonzalez,
you brought up the Giants and Richard Sherman, I knew where it was going because he does not hold his feelings close to his vest.
But I found it really interesting that Tony Gonzalez is the one who initiated that conversation and was the first one to say something.
I agree. Don't you? I mean, I 100%. I think if Russell Wilson had a career-ending back injury in 2020 or a career-ending neck injury in 2021 when he was still with the Seahawks, he'd be in the Hall of Fame next year after the 5 years has been up. I think he let his ego get in the way of what was good for him. And I think the problem was he put all that attention on himself and didn't deliver.
Yeah. And it's I've heard arguments like that where it's like, man, if you were just there for that window and then got hurt and then that was it, you'd be in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at his stats, but Cam Chancellor had, in my mind, a brilliant career. And
he's going to be just like Kenny Easley. He's going to get in when my kid's probably 20 years old. Just like Kenny Easley got in when I was 20 years old, right? I think that's how it's going to work.
And that's a career where you look at and you wonder, what could have been. And it's just really interesting to think about careers that way.
Yeah, no, because I agreed. I thought of the Cam Chancellor thing before, and that's why I kind of said it right off the rip, because his career and Kenny Easley's career are very similar. Very, very similar. Obviously, them both being with the Seahawks is the biggest thing. Both of them careers cut short because of injury, and then Kenny Easley had to wait. Let's see, he retired in, I believe it was 87. He had to wait till 2017 to get in.
Oh, wow.
Which is wild because Cam's last season was 2017.
Yeah.
So I'm not good at math, but 30 years. So 2047, expect Cam Chancellor to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Also, I think they need to expand the NFL Hall of Fame. I don't think... personally, I think they should let one more person in per year than what they do. Maybe even two. Just because of how backlogged it is right now. It's kind of same with baseball. I don't know. I get it. I get being on the opposite side if you are, but
no, I don't really hold a personal opinion about the Hall of Fame. I just know NASCAR has a terrible Hall of Fame process, so that's the only one I'm super passionate about.
Let's so another Legion of Boom news that I totally would have forgot about if you didn't bring up Richard Sherman. Is Earl Thomas is going to be taking photos with everybody at Legion Sports Bar. You saw that on Saturday?
I did. It like popped up
in Bellevue, and I was like, when I saw that, the first thing I thought was, holy shit, that doesn't look like Earl Thomas. That looks like his ugly brother. And two, this has been the first time the guy's been in public eye since before COVID. So it's been a while since Earl's been out of his house.
He went through like
some stuff.
And
I want to say a lot of it was self-inflicted, I believe.
For sure. So I'm happy for him. Getting out and
now he's my favorite Seahawks player of all time. I'm him or Brandon Browner. I'm not a big character guy, obviously. If Earl Thomas and Brandon Browner are my two favorite,
like Ray Lewis too. What's wrong with you?
On the field, Earl Thomas and Brandon Browner are my favorite Seahawks.
Okay,
but yeah, no, I got his jersey right above my head. It'll be cool for him to be in the public eye again. Let's hope he doesn't do anything dumb.
Yeah, I think he's in a lot better place now than even 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, he's been off social media, which is pretty much good for everybody. So,
really
cool. Any other news around the league? Seahawks news? Anything?
Not in terms of Seahawks. Well, I mean, we are going to witness probably the greatest uniform matchup of all time happening this week.
Oh yeah, duh. I kind of that was even in the description of the video. I made sure to put that in there. Yeah, this is probably the greatest uniform matchup of the season. That's about it. Yeah, it's gonna be the Throwbacks. Obviously, our best uniform. I was very happy that the Seahawks didn't wear their rivalry uniforms on Thursday because I thought they were. I thought you had to wear your rivalry uniforms against the other team's rivalry uniform. Too. But then I was thinking about it when they kicked off and they were in their blues or they posted. It's like, yeah, that'd be pretty hard to tell the difference between the two teams if the Seahawks were in there.
Yeah. I did see that today, Pat McAfee show, they touched on the uniform matchup today, and JJ Watt was like, one, I love this version of the creamsicle uniform because for some people, like the home creamsicle could be like a little too much, and the white on the like accented creamsicle looks great. And then he turned to the Seahawks and he's like, that needs to be their default uniform. Like that needs to be their home uniform. And I was like, man, like there are people that are like super passionate about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy.
No, I think our throwback should be our home uniform. I think our white throwback should be our away uniform. And I'd like to see our current jerseys as the alternate.
Yeah. I like the current logo though. I mean, it's crazy.
Cool.
I have both, but like,
yeah, the current logo is way better. I've seen a lot of concept uniforms of basically the old colors with the new logo. So like basically the old uniform, but with basically the more aggressive Seahawk logo. And it looks really good. But they'll never listen to us. They'll keep turning shit out that looks like Oregon. So I've seen them in person. And I'll tell you what, the friend that I went with to the game against the Saints, he was like, they're not as bad once you see them in person. I go, I don't care. I'm not buying one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other news around the league?
Well, since we've been gone, Joe Burrow's been hurt. Lamar Jackson's hurt.
Oh yeah, shit. That sucks.
So the Steelers are the most stable team in the AFC North. Who had that on their bingo card?
No, I think the Browns are with Dylan Gabriel, dude. I don't know if you saw today Shador Sanders did a press conference and didn't say anything.
He is still the third string quarterback. He did not move up in the depth chart.
Yeah,
They hate him there, which is just insane.
kind of funny.
And like the funniest thing of the whole thing is if Shador Sanders doesn't get out of his own way, and because there's confirmed reports that he outright denied the Ravens to draft him. He's like, I'm not going to go play for you. I'm not going to go sit behind Lamar. If that happens, this week would have been Shador Sanders against Dylan Gabriel. And
who's
we
the
don't get
Ravens
to have
backup? Is it still Huntley?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
What a world. What a world we live in.
I want to do picks really quick.
Yep, I'm gonna bring it up now. Share screen. Iona came! Yay!
What's happening?
You've arrived just in time for picks. So let's get on moving. The ambulance brigade versus the LA Rams.
Rams.
I think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mac Jones.
McCorkle.
I mean, is there a quarterback controversy in San Francisco? McCorkle versus Brock Purdy?
I don't think the I don't think the what's it called? The salary is gonna let there be a quarterback controversy.
I'd be interested though around the trade deadline if I mean there's obviously stock in keeping him if you're San Francisco because he can win games. And you don't know if Purdy's gonna be healthy. But if he plays his way into his stock going up, you could have a decent trade value for him. So anyway,
Yeah, like
I'm
a third, fourth round pick. Yeah, I'm going Rams. Go ahead, next one.
Vikings with Carson Wentz still on the road to Dylan Gabriel's Browns.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think Carson Wentz is an upgrade over JJ McCarthy, and the Vikings have already been there a week, I guess, and they're going to win the game.
Okay, I believe in the Vikings' talent over the Browns, and new quarterback. Vikings defense is pretty good. They are banged up on the offensive line, but I think
a quarterback that wasn't even that good in college. The Ducks were an awesome team. Okay, I know you're gonna laugh because I hate the Ducks. Okay, the Ducks were a pretty good team last year.
Oh, I know.
Dylan Gabriel had an awesome completion percentage. So did Shador Sanders. But what did they not do? Throw the ball down the field. That was kind of Dylan Gabriel's kryptonite. And same with the third string quarterback, Shador Sanders. I don't trust Dylan Gabriel very much. I wasn't threatened by him in college. I was more threatened by their actual team. So.
Yeah, as a Penn State fan, I know. So the Cowboys on the road in East Rutherford to play the Jets.
Easy pick. I'm taking the Cowboys. I think
also
they're better than people think. I
do too. I think that defense, has got to figure itself out at some point. But it's so bizarre.
If only they had like a guy that could rush from the edge. If they had like a really good edge rusher, they'd be pretty good.
Officially, though, they did tie in the Micah Parsons trade. So, yeah. This will be a barn burner. Giants on the road. Will the Saints get their first win here in Week 5?
Yes. I'm taking the Aints all the way. I think they got that Bayou magic down there in Louisiana. I don't know. Jackson Dart won his first game, and it was against a pretty good opponent. I don't think it's going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Dart got the win. He didn't pass the ball very well. He did run around pretty good. So, but I think at some point The Saints are going to have to put it all together. So I think this week might be the week for New Orleans. And I do like Kellen Moore. So it'd be cool to see him get a win as a head coach.
One
before he gets fired. The Raiders on the road to play Indiana Jones and the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. Give me the Raiders. I pick against the Colts almost every week. Of course, last week is the week I didn't pick against the Colts because they're playing the Rams. But they're going to fall apart eventually. I'm telling you, this isn't a thing.
Well, I'm here to tell you it's a thing. Give me Indiana Jones and the Indianapolis Colts. I want to see that.
One sec. I do want to
continue.
I do want to say a shout out to Iona for being a 12 at the game on Thursday. That's a trek to Arizona. Actually, I'm pretty sure you're from there, but
he's from Arizona.
Good job repping that.
Yeah. Probably one of the crazy 12s that made their presence known on the broadcast after the game when
heck yeah.
Sam Darnold was trying to speak and you couldn't hear him.
All right. Game of the week time.
Tua's Dolphins, Tua after the game, where Tyreek's leg spins around like a top.
I was going to ask if you think Tyreek's playing or not.
Says to the reporter, I'm thankful to God for keeping us all safe. And then there's a pause. And then he goes, well, for the most part, yes, that's real life. Yes, that actually happened. Playing against the Panthers.
You know, vibes are low in Miami right now.
Big vibe guy.
Vibes are very low, but I think the Panthers are really bad. I'll take the Vikings. I think they're a better team than the Panthers.
At the end of the game last week, Bryce Young was benched again for Andy Dalton. I could see it happening again this week against the Dolphins. So give me Miami on the road. This is going to be probably I hope, a good game. Broncos on the road playing a team that is somehow undefeated and yet has not played a consistent 4 quarters of football, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Give me Philadelphia, dude.
If this was in Denver, I'd pick Denver, but I will pick the Eagles just simply because they're home. It wouldn't be a surprise if either one of these teams wound up winning. So I'm gonna.
If either one of these teams end up winning,
yeah, I think it's a toss-up game, and so it wouldn't surprise me either way. Did you not understand that very simple statement?
No. I thought you said I would be surprised if either of these tees ended up winning, and I was like,
"Oh no,
I'm really predicting a tie on here."
I would not be surprised. No. Give me the Eagles at home. Texans.
Yeah, it's also weird to see your time difference on your screen because I'm looking at mine at the same time.
How did we get here? 1-3 versus 1-3. Texans on the road against the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a good team, and I don't know how they're 1-3.
No Lamar.
Shoot. I forgot about that. I'm still taking the Ravens. Give it to Derrick Henry.
He's doubling down.
Yeah, give it to Derrick Henry every play. Just run down their throats.
All right. Bold prediction, Cotton. Derrick Henry's been held under 60 yards 2 weeks in a row. I'm picking the Texans. I think Stroud has a turnaround game. And Ravens defense is not good. And it fills my heart with joy to see all the Ravens fans sad that their defensive guru is now the head coach of the Seahawks.
Oh, I was going to say, why aren't you a big Ravens guy? Do you hate the Ravens?
I don't mind. I don't mind the Ravens. It fills my heart with joy that they love our head coach as much as we love our head coach.
Yeah.
Titans, the winless Titans on the road playing the Cardinals.
Well, I think the Titans. I think I heard that they ass.
You gonna keep it a buck?
I'm gonna keep it a buck and say that the Titans they ass. And as much as it pains me to do this, I'm taking the Cardinals.
I actually think this is going to be Cam Ward's first win. As
I've been picking them every week too.
I'm bailing. I'm picking the Titans. I think this is going to be Cam Ward's first win. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they rally around a quarterback that speaks what we all think. So
I'm gonna keep it. We ass. My coworker that doesn't even watch football. My coworker that's a huge baseball fan goes, "You see what the Titans quarterback said?" And he goes, "I go, no." He goes, "He said we ass," and I said, "It's got to be AI or something because there's a lot of AI going around." And I watched it, and it was not AI. He kept it a buck and admitted that they asked.
Yep. So, Lions on the road playing the Joe Burrow-less Bengals.
Yeah. So last week I was like, "Oh, Jake Browning, man, he's gonna do good. He went to Washington. Myles Gaskin's quarterback, right? I'm out." On the Bengals train until they show me otherwise. They ass, basically. I'm taking the Lions.
Vibes are going to be big in Detroit. I am picking the Lions as well. Commanders on the road. No Jaden Daniels. Playing
Still, for sure.
Still, I think this might be his last week out. Playing the Chargers.
Yeah, give me the Chargers regardless. I think I picked them anyways just because I can't really see them coming off an ugly loss like that last week and losing again.
Okay. Heading into Sunday Night Football, Patriots.
You didn't pick.
Oh, yeah, I'm picking the Chargers as well. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. I'm picking the Chargers as well. I think they bounce back from this is literally the exact same reason as what you said. I just don't see them sliding a whole lot this year. I think that the coaching staff is a lot better over there than in years past, even though I hate to say it, but I think that the Chargers are for real this year. So
whatever, you're a big Harbaugh guy.
Yeah, big Harbaugh guy. So Patriots on the road, Sunday Night Football against the Bills.
Bills.
I'm also picking the Bills. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bit of a runaway game.
Just kind of self-explanatory on this one. I mean,
the 2-2 Kansas City Chiefs. I'm trying to sell it to you real hard on the road.
Don't
going to Duval to play.
Wait, where are they playing?
Duval.
Are they playing in Duval?
Yeah, they're playing the 3-1 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. I think they're gonna. This is when you're gonna see the Chiefs start to kind of run away.
I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars
because you hope they win.
I want. I want to see dynasties end, and so I kick them while they're down.
You're gonna be like everybody. Remember when? You obviously remember when the Brady dynasty was a thing, and I hate the Patriots. Oh, I hate the Patriots. Now everybody, not even 10 years later, 7 years later, oh man, Tom Brady was so awesome. I love the passion that he played with. Whatever. Get out of here.
I refuse to feel bad that I'm falling for the same trap everybody else is. Give me the Jaguars.
Last game.
The last game. The 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the road creamsicles on the road playing what is the slickest uniform combo in the NFL. Seattle Seahawks in their throwback unis trying to face the 12s in Seattle.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm gonna come out and say it. Can we win at home? Um, that's kind of a big deal. But I'm taking the Seahawks, obviously.
Listen, I don't know if you know this, Joe. I'm a vibes guy, and
How are the vibes? How are the vibes in Renton on 12
I,
way?
I don't know if you've heard, but Seattle sports lately be popping, and so I'm
The new
picking
Boston.
the Seahawks at home. And I mean, I'm heck, I'll pick the Mariners to even win that day. And so
You
give
should.
me Seahawks and Mariners on the same day to win at home. And the whole city of Seattle is going to lose their minds from sports pandemonium. So,
Yeah, so
yeah.
Mariners start at 5. Seahawks start at 1. And it's gonna be a day. That is gonna be a day. I'm not going to the Mariners game. Um, yeah, I can't. I can't pay $400 a ticket. Um, yeah. So the winner of tomorrow's game between the Tigers and the Cleveland team, um, that's who the Mariners are going to play. I think they have a good shot. Either way, obviously, we're not baseball guys, but kind of rooting for the Yankees to beat the Red Sox tomorrow, just because the Huskies play at 1 o'clock or 12:30 on Saturday, and if the Red Sox win, the Mariners play at 1 on Saturday, and if the Yankees win, the Mariners play at 5 on Saturday. Which I'm not sure why there's a difference because they're both from Eastern time zones, but yeah.
Well, I'm rooting for the Yankees to win, simply because there's some demons that the Mariners need to exercise, and the only way for that to happen is to somehow face the Yankees in the playoffs with the World Series on the line. So
That's the only way we're gonna play them. I
that's
mean,
that's the story arc I'm rooting for.
it would be cool. It would be cool though. Regardless, playing in the ALCS would be awesome if it happens. It would be cool to do it in Fenway Park. I don't know. I've never been there. That's like the one baseball stadium I want to go to, just because it's like I want to sit in the monster seats. I've always wanted to do that, but it regardless, if we win it in, I don't care if we win it in Zimbabwe. You know, if we win the American League in Zimbabwe, I'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
This town is buzzing right now, and it's getting ready to explode if this happens. So
I'm really excited for you guys. This is like the part of my life I always dreamed of, and I'm here in a sea of Pennsylvanians, and nobody cares. So it's a good time to be a Seattle sports fan. So
well,
if the NBA would just announce that the Sonics are back, my goodness, we'd lose our minds.
we'll
So
see. I don't care. Okay, one sec. First off, I've been telling everybody this is the new Boston. All right, we're gonna run it. The Mariners are gonna win the World Series. The Seahawks are gonna win the Super Bowl. You have to come through Seattle. Okay, that'd be sweet. But for two, I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. Um, our mayor in Seattle sucks. He was a former Husky linebacker, a former UW linebacker. My friend brings that up to me every time I say the mayor sucks, and he goes, "He played at UW. He still sucks." You saw it with the basketball. He goes, "We have a big announcement to make." Brings out a basketball and goes, "I'm just kidding. You suck, Bruce Harrell.
yeah,
We need a different mayor if you're going to joke around like that." Because I don't care about politics, but I do care about sports. So
yeah, me too. I
mm,
I don't even live there, and I don't like them. So
yeah,
yeah.
the only thing good coming from him, like I said, is the fact that he's super smart because he went to UW. That's about it.
All
But
right. Hot takes?
Shoot. I've been trying to think of one. Do you have one?
I saw on the Rich Eisen's show this week a interesting take, and just kind of figured let me bring this up real quick because I don't want to get them wrong. So the teams that are defeated in the NFL: the Jets, the Titans, and the Saints, versus the Eagles and the
49ers.
Bills, who are undefeated.
Aren't the 49ers undefeated too? No.
No, I don't think so. I think we're all tied at 3-1, except for the Niners. Niners are 3-1. So there's 2 undefeated teams, and there are 3, right? 1 from the AF, or 1 from the NFC, 2 from the AFC. So the take was there will be, for a longer period of time, more defeated teams in the NFL this year than undefeated teams.
Okay. It's the Bills and the Eagles versus the Saints and
the Titans and the Jets.
Well, let's see here, because I picked the Saints beating the Giants, and you picked the Titans beating the Cardinals. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say the Bills go undefeated longer.
Okay. See, I'm of the mind that I'm probably inclined to think I look at the Jets schedule, and the Jets are bad, and they can score in bunches, but their defense is terrible. So home versus the Cowboys, home versus the Broncos. Then they got one coming that might be winnable against the Panthers, but you don't know what Panther team you're going to wind up getting.
I can't believe the Panthers won a game. I'm not going to lie. I thought when you said
nothing.
Yeah. Oh, shit. It was against the Falcons.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins played in that game.
Don't remind me. All right. Rub it in. All
right. Then, if they lose that game, then they're on the road at the Bengals. Maybe.
The Bengals might suck really bad. The Bengals might be super bad.
It's just the Jets could definitely be that team, and then the Saints are awful.
Atrocious.
And I know I picked them because I picked with my heart. I understand, just because I like Kellen Moore. But if you look at the Saints schedule at 0-4, they're playing the Giants. Then you got the Patriots coming into town, the Bears on the road, the Bucs at home, the Rams. There's a winnable game in November against the Panthers, Falcons, Dolphins, Bucs, Panthers again, Jets. So that might be with 3 weeks left in the year, an opportunity. The Titans, man, they go, wow, all these crappy teams play each other at the end. Jets,
that's nice.
Saints.
Well, they all come from the AFC and NFC South. That's why they all play each other.
So I don't know. I'd like to think that a hot take might be, the undefeated teams aren't going to be undefeated for too much longer.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll go with my hot take is that the Washington Huskies aren't as bad as people think they are when they saw the final score of the Ohio State game. Because if they watched that, they'd have seen us almost go up 6-0 against the Buckeyes. and the town's pretty down on Washington right now, and I don't know what they expected. Like, did they actually expect us to win against Ohio State? But my hot take is that we are gonna be on the bubble of the college football playoff by the end of the year.
Ooh, I like that take. That's nice.
It's not crazy. We have a pretty weak schedule, and then if we upset Oregon at the end of the year, I could totally see it.
Hey, I'm rooting for you because Penn State couldn't do it because James Franklin is our head coach.
Yeah, what's his record against top 10 teams?
4-21, and for some reason he's still here. And
it's
gosh,
day against Michigan, but not.
It's terrible.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's everything, unless you got anything else.
Nope, I think we're good. Thank you, chat, for coming on in. It was a really fun show.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. We will see you next Wednesday. All right, bye.